it's Esther Herbert, and I am in for yet another video visit. So glad that you joined me this week. I'm going to have a topic that veers off from the series I started a couple of weeks ago about standing up for yourself. I'm veering off to talk about a very serious topic that I really am compelled to talk about this week. It is something that we do not talk enough about. I am talking about those that end their lives through suicide and usually have a mental illness. Now, I know my bipolar disorder, it leads the way in suicides of all mental illnesses combined. Now, that is a staggering, sobering, horrible statistic. And it's something that I know is near to my heart because I think of the people that have my disorder and that cannot go on, and they take the route of killing themselves because they don't see another option and they have no hope. Now, we as people, all of us, we need to provide hope for those amongst us. We see them probably every day, and there is no way of knowing who is despondent and in despair. Sometimes it's the people that are laughing the most that are the ones that take their lives. They may be people that we can spot and you can tell something's wrong and you can talk to, but I know that there is no way that we can just sit idly by while people are in such torment of the mind. I am just adamant about this. I can't tell you how passionate I feel that there are those being lost every single day, and it has to stop, and it has to stop with us. You know, there is an act of kindness, no matter what it is, how big, how small, that you can do today for someone, whether that's a complete stranger or somebody that you live beside or with, work with, it doesn't matter. Just err, so to speak, on the side of kindness, because people need it. They need it desperately today. I don't want to read more statistics about people that have committed suicide. I just can't. I can't read it anymore. It's so upsetting. It bothers me. It hurts me. And I'm sure it hurts you as well. So there are things that we can do, but I want to start with a story that is a true story coming from my cousin who lives over in England. Her name is Natalie, and she was on her way to work, I believe, and she was on the road, and she came across a person in the middle of the road, and of course she stopped and got out, and she found a distraught young lady. We will call her Zoe in this video visit. So Zoe was so upset when she was in the hospital the day before, and she had no hope, and she wanted to end her life. And Natalie talked to her, got her off the main thoroughfare there and got her off to the side of the road so that they could discuss things a little bit more personably. She found out that she had brothers that she adored and so forth, and got to know her as a person. Zoe has bipolar and in her early 20s, and she found life so unbearable that she wanted to end it. Now, Natalie took a U-turn because she missed her spot. So she had to take a U-turn and turn around, and there was Zoe. Now that tells you right there, that was an ordained moment. It was something that God wanted Natalie to be there at that certain time, at a certain place. You can call it anything that you want, but I know that Zoe was saved and rescued by Natalie and a couple of other people that joined later. And I want to tell you that that excited me no end. Not that Zoe was distraught, but that there was someone there to listen to her. She said she was in a very, very dark place. And I know that dark place. I have bipolar. I am firmly acquainted with the pain and the misery of depression on bipolar and what it does to the mind. So I was encouraged that someone that I know, for instance, intervened and was there to show some care and some love and to talk and say that you're strong and you can get over this and you go get help and you can do this. Now, that to me is phenomenal. We are all capable of that. And I want you to think about that today as you go off to work, or whether you go to the grocery store, or whatever that you do. There is somebody probably right beside you that needs to hear an encouraging word, needs a smile, needs a nod, needs someone to say, hey, I got that for you, or hey, you know, how are you? Just the simplest things can draw people out of their depression and their lack of will to live. You'd be surprised at people that do recover from their suicidal thoughts, and they say, you know, it was this stranger at the store that smiled at me that made all the difference. Or it may be, you know, more full-blown than that. It could be somebody that they talked to for a long period of time. I know that I have special people in my life that have saved me when I have been down, and I know what that feels like, and you just want to wrap your arms around them and thank them and say, wow, you saved my life, and you know who you are out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want all of us to be able to make a difference in somebody's life this week, today. Thank you for watching this video visit. I know it's a serious topic. I appreciate you being there and listening through this, and I hope it touched your heart and inspired you to be a little bit more thoughtful of others. So take care. God bless. I know that your mental health is important, and so are you. Take care, and we'll see you next week. God bless. Bye-bye.